What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the vids. You can also support the channel as well. I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, we are going to try and settle these debates, these arguments, these discussions right now. Ain't going to be easy, but we're going to try. One thing I ask of you as you're watching the video, one thing, please, is if you're a Deontay Wilder fan, remove that fucking cap. If you're a Tyson Fury fan, do the same. If you're an AJ fan, do the same. I'm an AJ fan. I've just removed my AJ cap. What I ask of you to do now is put your boxing hat on. Put your neutral fucking boxing hat on right now, just for the sake of this discussion. After this discussion, put your hardcore Wilder hat on, Fury, AJ, I don't give a fuck. But during this discussion, we need to be neutral. Yesterday, I made a video about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. In that video, I said this is number one versus number two. I think I said something along the lines of the lineal heavyweight titles on the line, for whatever that's worth, the Ring Magazine belts on the line, and Deontay Wilder's WBC belts on the line. So I said number one versus number two. Now, there are a number of ways to which someone can be number one versus number two, right? I mean, it could be your record, it could be who you fought, it could be how many defenses you've had. The reason I said number one versus number two wasn't any of those. I said number one versus number two based on the fact that I think both of these guys would be AJ. I'm an AJ fan. I said that. I think both would be AJ. And I think because of that, AJ for me is the third best heavyweight. Does that make any sense? I think Fury would be AJ. Have to admit, I do. I think he would outbox him. And I think Wilder would be AJ. It's true. I think Wilder would knock him out. That's why I said it's number one versus number two. Not for any other reason apart from that. Now, because I've seen in the comments, I've got some emails, people are making up different debates, which is fantastic. Let's have those debates. If we are going on records, I think it's another discussion. Fair? Let's have the discussion. So if we're going on who have they beaten, then it might slightly change a little bit. Let's rank opponents A, B, and then the rest we don't really give a fuck about. How many A-level opponents had Deontay Wilder beat? None. I don't think so. Are we going to say Luis Ortiz is an A-ranked opponent? Not for me. I mean, I'm a massive Luis Ortiz fan. You guys know, if you watch the videos, I talk so much about Luis Ortiz. But the fact is, when I look at Luis Ortiz's record, there's absolutely no one on that record apart from Bryant Jennings. So I can't say Luis Ortiz is A-level. I will say this, though, he is B-level. So in terms of B-level opponents, Deontay Wilder, has beat Luis Ortiz. Is Dominic Breazeale B-level? Don't think he is. I think Dominic Breazeale's C, if I'm honest with you. Who else has he beat? Spilka? No. Molina? No. Bermain Stavern? No. These are all C-level opponents. You have to be honest, guys. Again, remove that fucking Wilder hat. Remove it. Don't put it back on. Remove it. These are all C-level opponents. Let's look at Tyson Fury's record. And what I'm doing, by the way, I'm going on record. I'm not going on what I thought happened, because I thought, for example, that Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, but I'm going on what the record books say. So Deontay Wilder has one B-level opponent and a draw against an A-level opponent in Tyson Fury. What does Tyson Fury have? Tyson Fury has a win, clearly, against an A-level opponent in Vladimir Klitschko. And he has a draw, although it should have been a win, but he has a draw against an A-level opponent. Does he have any B-level opponents on that resume? Christian Hamer? No. Chisora? No, for me, Chisora's C. If I'm honest with you, I think Chisora's C. I don't think Chisora, at the time that Tyson Fury beat him, was a top 15 heavyweight. I don't think so. So I'm saying Chisora's C as well. What else does he have? There isn't much else on there, right? Tom Schwartz, Otto Volin. I mean, there's not much on there, right? So Tyson Fury has one A-level opponent and a draw against an A-level opponent in Deontay Wilder. All right, let's look at AJ. What does AJ have on his record? Ade, remove your AJ cap. It's off, people. It's off. Vladimir Klitschko. Was Vladimir Klitschko an A-level opponent when AJ fought him? 41. Does that matter? Does it matter? 41, coming off a loss, out of the ring for what? A year and a half, 18 months. Does that make Vladimir Klitschko an A-level opponent? I don't know. It's a tough one. He's like an A-. He's like an A-. Again, defeat, long layoff, age. He's like an A- opponent. What B-level opponents does he have on that record? B-level, Povetkin was B-level. 100% B-level. Melina, no. Brazil, no. Dillian White, no at the time because it wasn't a world championship level fight, it was British level. So no. Andy Ruiz, yes. Joseph Parker, yes. Carlos Takam, no. Who else has he fought in that period as a world champion? That's it, isn't it? Charles Martin, no. So AJ has 3 B levels and 1 A-. Deontay Wilder has 1 B level and a draw against an A. Tyson Fury has a win against an A+ in Vladimir Klitschko and a draw, but really a win against an A in Deontay Wilder. Who has the better record? We're going on just records here. We're going to talk other stuff in a minute, but just records. Based on that, I would say I would go Fury number 1, AJ number 2, Deontay Wilder a distant third. That's what I would do. If we're being honest, again, removing all the fucking caps. Does AJ's loss against Ruiz hurt him? Absolutely. Absolutely. He got knocked down 4 times. It hurts him. It hurts him a lot. How much does it hurt him? Hurts him a lot, people. For me, it hurts him so much that he could slip down to number 3 and Wilder could go up. It hurts him that much. Or at best, they're even. At best, they're even. He got beat. There's no doubt about it. The other 2 are undefeated. The record books say they are. They shouldn't be, but the record books say the other 2 are undefeated. And AJ got embarrassed against Andy Ruiz. Embarrassed. That should take something away from him. I'm an AJ fan. The AJ hat is off. How much? I don't know. What I will say, though, is this. Based on what I said, I think Tyson Fury is number 1. He is number 1. I know there's a massive drop-off after Klitschko and Wilder, but those are 2 A's. Those are 2 A's. So I would say Tyson Fury number 1. AJ, an A-, 3 B's, and a loss is number 2. It's number 2. I think he's number 2. Deontay Wilder number 3. Deontay Wilder hasn't beaten any A and he's only got 1 B in Luis Ortiz. But he beat that B person twice. Now I'm going on that logic and all that craziness and all this talking that I've been doing for the last 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going Tyson Fury number 1. I'm going AJ number 2. Let's give him credit. Yes, you got beat, but you returned it, reversed it, and beat that person. AJ number 2. Deontay Wilder, I know there's loads of defenses. I get it, people. I get it. But who against? Who against? Spilka, Melina. I mean, really? Really? Deontay Wilder number 3. That's what I'm going. But, and I will end on this. That's not me saying I think AJ would beat Wilder or do well against Fury. I remember I've said this already in the previous video. I think that Wilder and Fury beat AJ. But if we're going just on what have you done, your resume, I'm going Tyson Fury number 1 just because of 2 standout A's. AJ number 2, Deontay Wilder number 3. End of discussion. My AJ hat is now back on. Peace.